Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the only thing standing between you and the life you dream about is you. Not your bank balance, not your background, not your country, not your past mistakes, just you. Let me ask you something that might shake you a little. What if your excuses are louder than your potential? What if every time you say, "I can't," you're silently training your brain to stay small? And what if today, right now, you decide that the version of you who settles for average is officially retired? Listen carefully, because this is not just another motivational talk. This is a wake-up call. The world does not reward potential. It rewards execution. It does not care about your intentions. It cares about your discipline. And the harsh truth is this: nobody is coming to save you. No mentor will magically appear. No opportunity will knock perfectly timed at your door. No one will believe in you consistently unless you first believe in yourself when it's hardest. Success is not about luck. It is about habits. Small, boring, repeated actions done daily when no one is watching. Think about the most successful people you know. They are not superhuman. They simply decided that their dreams were more important than their comfort, and that decision changed everything. You see, comfort is dangerous. Comfort whispers, "Start tomorrow." Comfort says, "You deserve rest." Comfort convinces you that scrolling for one more hour won't hurt, but comfort is the silent killer of greatness. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you are voting for a smaller future. And the scary part? It feels harmless in the moment, but moments turn into days, days turn into months, months turn into years, and suddenly you look back and realize you've been busy, but not productive. You've been active, but not progressing. Let's break this illusion today. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is logical. Motivation fades when life gets hard. Discipline shows up especially when life gets hard. If you rely only on feeling inspired, you will quit the moment you don't feel like it. But if you build systems, routines, and standards for yourself, you will move forward even when you feel empty. And here's the shift you need to understand deeply. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. If your habits are weak, your results will be weak. If your habits are strong, your results become inevitable. That's not magic. That's math. The truth is, success is predictable. Wake up earlier, control your time, improve your skills daily, protect your focus, limit distractions, track your progress, repeat. It sounds simple. It is simple. But it's not easy. And most people quit because it's not exciting. They want transformation without repetition. They want results without routine. They want change without discomfort. But growth demands discomfort. It demands sacrifice. It demands that you sometimes choose long-term respect over short-term pleasure. Ask yourself honestly, are your daily actions aligned with your future goals? If someone watched your routine for 30 days without hearing your dreams, would they guess you're going to be successful? Or would they assume you're comfortable being average? That question alone can change your life. Because dreams are not achieved by wishing, they are achieved by becoming. Becoming more focused, becoming more consistent, becoming more accountable. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Even 1% better every day compounds into massive transformation. Think about that. 1% daily improvement over a year doesn't make you slightly better. It makes you dramatically better. But the opposite is also true. 1% laziness every day destroys your potential slowly. So the real battle is not out there. It's inside. It's the battle between who you are today and who you could become. The person you want to be is already inside you. But that version requires courage. Courage to say no to distractions. Courage to say no to toxic environments. Courage to say no to your own excuses. You must understand something powerful. Your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. If you keep telling yourself you're unlucky, you will notice more bad luck. If you keep telling yourself you're not talented, your brain will look for proof of weakness. But if you start saying, "I will figure it out," your mind starts searching for solutions instead of problems. That is the power of self-talk. That is the power of identity. Stop focusing only on outcomes. Focus on identity. Instead of saying, "I want to get fit," say, "I am becoming a disciplined person." Instead of saying, "I want to be rich," say, "I am becoming someone who creates value." Identity shapes behavior. Behavior shapes results. Results reinforce identity. It's a cycle. Choose wisely what cycle you enter. And let me be brutally honest with you. You will fail. You will have bad days. You will doubt yourself. People will misunderstand you. Some will even laugh at your ambition. But none of that matters if you refuse to quit. Quitting is the only guaranteed way to fail. Everything else is feedback. Every mistake teaches you something. Every setback builds resilience. Every rejection strengthens your focus. The problem is not failure. The problem is fragile commitment. If your commitment depends on mood, it will collapse. If your commitment is tied to your standards, it will survive storms. So raise your standards. Decide that being average is no longer acceptable. Decide that complaining is not your personality. Decide that excuses are not your language. Because once you raise your standards, your behavior must follow. And when your behavior changes, your life changes. Look, you don't need everyone to support you. You need discipline. You don't need perfect timing. You need action. You don't need to know every step. You need to take the next step. Clarity comes from movement, not from thinking. The more you wait to feel ready, the longer you stay stuck. Nobody feels fully ready. They start scared. They start uncertain. They start imperfect. But they start. And that's the difference. So today, right now, make a decision, not a wish, a decision. Decide that your future matters more than your fears. Decide that your goals matter more than your laziness. Decide that your self-respect matters more than temporary comfort. When you decide, truly decide, something shifts inside you. Your posture changes, your focus sharpens, your excuses weaken, and slowly, step by step, you build momentum. Momentum is powerful. Once you build it, progress becomes addictive. Discipline becomes natural. Growth becomes your default state. But it all begins with one honest choice: to stop playing small. You are capable of more than you think. You are stronger than your doubts. You are smarter than your past mistakes. And you are more powerful than your fears. But power unused means nothing. Potential unused means nothing. Talent unused means nothing. Action is everything. Execution is everything. Consistency is everything. So ask yourself one final question today. If not now, then when? If not you, then who? The life you want is not waiting for you to feel confident. It is waiting for you to act. And the moment you stop negotiating with your excuses and start honoring your commitments, everything changes. This is your reminder. This is your wake-up call. This is your moment. You can do anything, but only if you decide that you will. Now let's go deeper, because deciding once is powerful, but deciding daily is what changes destiny. The real transformation does not happen in one emotional moment. It happens in silent mornings when you wake up before the world does. It happens when you choose to work while others choose to complain. It happens when nobody is clapping for you. Nobody is noticing you. and yet you keep going. That is where champions are built. Most people misunderstand success. They think it's one big breakthrough, one viral moment, one lucky opportunity. But success is usually invisible for a long time. It's hours of practice nobody sees. It's sacrifices nobody celebrates. It's discipline nobody understands. And then one day, the world calls it overnight success. But you and I know the truth. There is no overnight success. There is only long-term consistency finally being recognized. And here's something powerful you must remember. Your environment shapes you more than your motivation does. If you surround yourself with people who make excuses, you will normalize excuses. If you surround yourself with people who chase growth, you will feel uncomfortable staying stagnant. That discomfort is a gift. It forces you to level up. So audit your environment, audit your circle, audit your habits. What are you consuming daily? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What conversations are you entertaining? Because whatever you feed your mind repeatedly becomes your mindset, and your mindset becomes your reality. If you constantly consume negativity, drama, gossip, and doubt, your mind becomes heavy. But if you consume knowledge, strategy, growth, and vision, your mind becomes sharp. Protect your focus like your life depends on it, because it actually does. In today's world, distraction is the easiest trap. Your phone is not just a device, it is a test. Every notification is a decision. Every scroll is a choice. Are you building your future or feeding your distraction? 10 minutes turn into 30, 30 turn into hours, and hours turn into regret. Time is the only resource you can never earn back. Money can return. Opportunities can return. Energy can return. But time is gone forever. So respect it. Structure your day. Plan your priorities. Stop starting your mornings reacting to other people's agendas. Start your mornings creating your own. And let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is normal. Fear means you care. Fear means you're stepping outside comfort. But fear should be a signal to prepare, not a signal to retreat. Most people run away the moment they feel uncomfortable. That's why most people stay average. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. Confidence is not built by thinking about action. It is built by taking action despite doubt. Every time you do something difficult, your self-trust increases. And self-trust is more powerful than external validation. When you trust yourself, criticism loses power. Rejection loses power. So move with intention. Speak with confidence. Work with discipline. Think with expansion. And remember this forever. You can do anything not because it's easy, not because it's guaranteed, not because it's comfortable, but because you are capable of becoming the person who makes it possible.